Is it better to buy digital land or real land for the long term? The metaverse has been a gold rush in the past couple of months. Everybody's talking about it, from the big crypto influencer to your uncle at the family meeting. It's crazy. And recently, apps like Earth 2.0, Decentraland, and Meta, on top of having NFTs that we already know about, finally released the digital version of one of the oldest assets on Earth, real estate. Now the question is it better than the real deal? Hi guys, it's Yashi here, and today we're gonna compare digital real estate with real estate. But before we start, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, please like the video so we can show this to as many people as possible, as this concept is very, very new. And this is not financial advice, so please do your research, talk to a professional if you want to actually invest the money into this. So let's start with the old man, the normal real estate. It has been one of the best performing assets throughout history, mainly because of these factors. Number one, scarcity and uniqueness. There's only one land, the one we stand on. Well, maybe there's Mars in a couple of years. But as per now, we have the land we sit on right now. And that's it. We cannot grow it more, we cannot put more. That's the maximum there is. And the population that is living on it is increasing. So we have the same amount of land for a growing amount of population. And this goes well with number two, which is utility. Until humans live here, we will always need a roof to be under and food to eat, so land to grow our crops on. And until we keep on having a very stable supply as land does not increase, and an increasing demand as people tend on becoming more and more, land will always be growing in value. Now to the digital counterpart. Well, number one, it's cheaper. I mean, look at this. You can buy the Colosseum for $20,000 right now on Earth 2.0. I feel like it's not even on sale in the real world. On the other hand, there were also a couple of transactions that seem to be out of the real world, like this one here for multi-million dollars for a piece of digital land. Number two, liquidity. Digital land does not require you to have contracts, title, deeds, and everything. You can buy and sell like you're buying and selling a stock or a crypto, making it much easier to transact with. Number three, it's new, it's early, kind of like most of new crypto projects. So if the hype is enough, it can actually go up much quicker than normal real estate. Well then, if I have $10,000, I should just YOLO it in and make a quick buck. Well, if you know what you're doing and you want a quick buck, maybe. But if you're the common guy looking for a long-term return, I wouldn't do it. It's a recipe for disaster to me. Not financial advice, but for me, it's a recipe to disaster. So prices of this real estate compared to real estate is fully tied onto marketing, hype, and what people are willing to buy it for. But not really on what you can do with that real land, what kind of value that piece of land provides. So actual minerals that you can get out and use in the real world, or crops, or a house that you can rent out, etc. So if the hype we have right now dies down, all the prices will too. Number two is scarcity. In the real world, we only have the land we see. That's pretty much it. In the digital world, you can create new land. I mean, right now, the land you have is the land you have, but theoretically, you can add more land if you're a developer. And on top of that, you can add other metaverses. So you're not only competing for land in one metaverse, you might be competing with other metaverses for which metaverse is better. So let's say you buy a piece in Earth 2.0 and then Earth 3.0 comes out and it's better than Earth 2.0. Earth 2.0 becomes obsolete. There's another risk right there. So scarcity is much less of an issue, meaning that over the long term, the price increases may not be as sustainable as you see them now. With that said, I still believe that digital land should be well researched for, and it's something really interesting, and it will have an impact on our lives in the future. I don't know how exactly, but it can have a big impact when people will figure out what to do with it. But in my opinion, they're both valid assets. They just do different things, and they should not be considered competitors, in my opinion, as you see many influencers doing it all the time. With that said, hope this gave you a good idea of the two real estate types. And if you have a couple of questions, leave a comment. Thank you. Ciao.